So Simon, performance at Exeter and the outcome, was that result in the making, do you think?
I'd like to think so, yeah. We were confident going into the game, even though we've had a mixed bag of results and some defeats recently. But no, I think we performed well at Morecambe, performed well against Forest Green, and just concentrated on what it would take to then go one step further, albeit against the form team in the league. But no, I thought the lads not only battled well but remained organised throughout, and we were actually ruthless in front of goal when we needed to be.
Yeah, probably the only downside in that match was Folks. He went off, looked like he was injured. Any update on that?
Yeah, it was a tight hamstring. We're running out of time tomorrow, but we haven't trained yet, and we'll have a last look at him before calling it.
And today's the only day of training we've had since coming back from Exeter. What will you and Thurs be working with the lads? There's not much time, is there?
Yeah, well, what we decided to do the other night was stay over after the game, so they had a night's sleep instead of coming back at arriving back at 3 o'clock in the morning, not being able to recover that sleep. And then, as a result of that extra day away, I thought the families might benefit from the daddies being at home and husbands being at home for an extra day, so Thursday was off as well. And with all the fixtures coming thick and fast, that rest is important. Today we're expecting a sharp session, a really energetic session with a bit of edge, because we've got that in the minute in training. And then we fully expect a hard game tomorrow, but the energy is intact and raring to go.
You mentioned about being clinical against Exeter. How pleased were you for Brendan Kiernan to get his first Football League goal?
Yeah, I think he deserves it as well. He's had to be patient, and he's fought his way back into contention because he's been one of the best trainers in training for some time, and his performances are stepping up. And he was a threat the other night. He scored a very, very good goal, being in the right place at the right time, reading the game, getting onto the end of it, and it was a superb finish. And later on, we thought he was going to get a second because he found himself in a great area of the pitch again. But this system suiting him, and he's driving back the opposition with his pace and trickery.
So we've got Salford tomorrow. It's a rivalry which began in the National League North. What's your memories of previous encounters?
Not always good memories because we've not got the win yet that we so want to against any opponent. But we've always seemed to have performed well. So we're hoping again to go one step further tomorrow. We know that they're a talented bunch. I mean, whether it's Conference North, they changed the teams to National League, and it's a completely different lineup again tomorrow. So there's no real rivalries individually, but just one of pride, that we've gone on similar journeys, albeit in different styles and totally different ethos, I suppose, as clubs. But I think we're allowed to be as ambitious as them, and hopefully there'll be a wholehearted and passionate performance from the boys in front of the fans tomorrow.
Last year during the Christmas period we won 4 of our 5 fixtures. How big could that be for our season if we were to go on a similar type of run?
Well, it's huge. I think if you get back-to-back wins, or I always think if you win 3 games back-to-back, it can completely change the face of the season, and that's our aim. Our aim is to go and win the game tomorrow. We've got to have the same drive and purpose as what we showed the other night at Exeter, and it was a wholehearted but professional performance, and we kept the ball when we could. We were sensible in defence, and we weren't as gung-ho as maybe we have been at times this season, where we've left ourselves a little bit open and exposed to the counter-attack. We have to work hard to keep the back door shut against Salford. They've got some very good players of pedigree, and they deserve to win the game the other night. And Newport watched the game, and the Newport keeper had an absolutely outstanding game to keep them out. But we just got to remain focused, professional, and aim for the points.
And finally, we've spoken briefly before about incoming transfers in the next window. Are you expecting a busy January?
Yeah, we are. We want to add strength to the squad, and we've found out recently, and it all comes back to me, doesn't it? Obviously, being the manager, that if you are short on numbers in areas, then it only takes 2 or 3 injuries to expose you. So we aim to come out of January as a bigger and better squad, and one that can cope, and not just cope, but really drive it home. And make us become established as a Football League outfit and make us a force.
Best of luck for tomorrow.
Cheers, thank you.